Welcome back everyone to another episode of Gatsby WordPress theme development. And in the previous video we learned about how to go ahead and create the front page, a custom front page using ACF, GraphQL, etc. And in this video we're just going to use that data to go ahead and create different components. Alright, so we were over here inside of the front page, and we were fetching all of the data using this query that we've written for the front page. And now what we're going to do is we'll close this, and this is our front page template, right? I think we should name it as just front page because it's anyways a template. Okay, and we need to pull things out of this props. So remember that when we spin up the server, we had all of this data, so we need to pull up all of this data. So what we're going to do is we'll just say const, and then from props we need to pull the page context. So page context, and inside of page context I should have page. So if you notice, inside of page context you have page, and then I have the front page meta, and inside of front page meta I have banner, featured, post section. Let me just copy that, banner, and then I have featured, post section. Let me minimize that. And we also need to pull this from props. Okay, and so for the featured post section we also want the search section. Okay, and of course this will be inside of the curly brace. Okay, great. What I'm going to do is just break down into different lines so that it's for readability. This will be better, I think. This will come here. Yes, this is better. Alright, so we've got the page context, we've got page, and then we also need the posts. So we have posts over here, so I'll pull that. Basically we want to pass all of this to our component, and then we also want to pull the post search data, so we'll do that. And what do we have inside of post search data? We have all posts, and then we also have the options, so all posts and the options. Okay, great. And now what we're going to do is we will create a layout component because eventually we are going to use the header and the footer, and for the header and the footer we're going to use that inside of the layout component, right? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go to our components folder and we'll create a directory called layouts. Okay, and then we'll just say index.js inside of this. Okay, and for now I can just say const layout equals div, and then I think this is going to be props.children. So props props.children, and then export default layout. Why is it complaining? Yeah, okay, it's asking that we should import React. Import React from React. Awesome, so we got a layout, so let's just wrap this inside of the layout. So you can see it's already imported that on top. I didn't have to actually type it, and I like that. I love it. You know, it saves my time. So inside of layout we basically want our hero component first. So before even we fetch the hero component, we want to check if the page context exists. So for that we need the isEmpty function. Let me just confirm whether I've downloaded the Lodash or not. So I think we haven't got the Lodash, so let's just install Lodash. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and stop this development server, and then we'll just say, I think we already had that command, Gatsby Workspace, Gatsby WordPress Theme Phoenix, add Lodash. So this is going to add the Lodash for us, and once it's done that, then I should have that available to be used anywhere I want. So I can just say import and then is empty. Make sure you import only the things that you need so that it doesn't increase your bundle size. Lodash. Okay, and then we're going to check over here, is empty. So I'll just use this. Is empty. Props.page context. Props.page context. The reason why I had to use props over here, because since I've pulled out other things, it won't allow me to access page context directly unless I type page context over here again by giving a comma like this. But it's okay, it's fine. Alright, so if it is not empty, then I want to render all of my components. Okay, so like let's just use the shortcut for fragment, React fragment, and otherwise I want to go ahead and show some error message. Okay, so let's create a component called error. And I'll just say index.js. Again, we have to import React, so we'll say import React from React and const, and then this is going to be error equals, it's going to take props, or in fact inside of props I'm going to pass message in a moment, so I'm just going to take that, and then inside of this it can just check if message is not empty, so we can just import is empty from Lodash. So now we have Lodash available. If it is not empty, then I'm going to just say div, and inside of this it will just be message. Okay, and if not, then it's going to be just null. Okay, and let's give it a class name of error message. We can deal with it later. Alright, and you just need to export it. So export default error. Okay, so we have got our error component ready, and I'm just going to use that here. So I'll just say error, and it would have already imported it on top, so which is great. And I can also spin up my development server, because while we are working on it, this can just start doing its work. Okay, and inside of the error, not inside, but we'll just pass the message saying that something went wrong. Okay, so I think we've got everything ready. All we have to do now is just create the hero component. So again, I'll go inside of my components. So all of the components you'll keep inside of the components directory, and all of the templates will go over here inside of source.